Is Inside Out 2 a bad movie?
Okay, you and I are gonna be friends.
Honestly, I loved Inside Out 1. Like, the first Inside Out movie was honestly really good. I can't remember most of it. I remember the anger memes and anger emotions.
He just say we couldn't have dessert.
In this movie, we're introduced to kind of how Riley's been doing and all that. And about 5 minutes, 10 minutes into the movie, we're introduced to her new emotions. Of course, when you hit puberty, you kind of get these new emotions. Like, for example, when I was in secondary school, everyone who I knew before secondary school completely changed when they entered secondary school. I don't know what it was. I consider myself staying pretty much the same, like personality wise. But yeah, either way, we get introduced to these new emotions. Anxiety, that's the main kind of protagonist of this kind of story of emotions in Riley's head. Well, she's the main new emotion, I would say, considering the story that this movie went into. We got like envy. Envy is, I liked her in the movie. She's pretty good. I mean, she kind of just like, I think she's the second most important new emotion that Riley got, considering like how she actually controls Riley's things. And then we got embarrassed, which honestly best character of this movie, 100%. Embarrassment, best character. We got boredom. I'm not gonna try and say the other words of her name. She's called something else, but it means boredom. And those are Riley's four new emotions. Honestly, the movie's good. I do know a lot of people are enjoying it. I personally did enjoy it. Like, I watched this when I was Inside Out. I watched it when I was about, I don't know when it was. When I was pretty young. Um, yes, I watched it when I was in primary school. Let's put it that way. And it still hits really hard because honestly, whether you, I mean, the Inside Out emotions, like, it connects you pretty well because when you're in secondary school or like when you hit puberty, you do feel a lot of anxiety about the future, and that's kind of how this movie goes into. The movie does a very good job, in my opinion, in the whole aspect of like looking for the future and not being prepared enough and trying to change yourself to fit in. I personally never experienced this, but I 100% a lot more people actually do try to change themselves to um to be a better them. It's good if you actually want to be a better you, but if you're doing it just to fit in, then yeah. She kind of put anxiety kind of pushes all Riley's friends away from her, and that's how the direction the movie goes in. Now, I never liked this Inside Out. The fact that it's more clear in this movie, but the emotions kind of control what you're doing. I get emotions like there, but in this whole movie, it feels like the anxiety is controlling everything. Like, I guess your emotions do sway you in a way, but it looks like every action she takes is controlled by the emotions, which is kind of true to be fair, in the real life aspect, in a way. Now, Riley's trying to fit in through this whole movie and trying to find a place where she belongs. And the like emotions, joy, anger, sadness, and fear and disgust all get bottled up. Like literally, they get stuffed in a ball and thrown into the absolute darkness. I don't know what the place is called. Anyway, so anxiety is trying to change who Riley is, trying to make Riley a new her, and just all this whole thing about anxiety, doing all that. And honestly, throughout this whole movie, you see Joy changing a bit. Like Joy breaks down, even has a whole like anger fit. And at the end of the movie, you kind of get the fact that Joy and the others were kind of doing the same thing, throwing Riley and making her different because throwing all the bad memories away, even though to them, like it is to anxiety, it's for Riley, but it isn't because it's for her own self, I guess. And no one can change who Riley is. That's how the whole movie goes. No one can change you. And honestly, a great movie. What I don't understand for this whole thing, how are like the memory police or whatever going after Joy and that? Like they're bottled up emotions, but they're also from headquarters, and they were just dismissed by the new people. That makes no sense in whatsoever. That's the only bit of the movie I'm so confused about. Honestly, if I had to pick my favorite emotions from the first movie, it is anger, and even anger now, he's also my favorite emotion. Not like in real life, but he's my favorite emotion in like the movie, in the movies. And from this movie, now it's embarrassment. Honestly, embarrassment was my favorite emotion in this whole movie. Anger is still up there. Like, anger is definitely my favorite. I might do a tier list of them. I don't think I will, but we'll have to see. Anyway, yeah. And that's kind of it. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would go, it's a pretty solid movie, an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 movie. On this, I think I looked it up, like, Inside Out 2 rating, and it said 7.9 out of 10. I think 8 out of 10 is fair. Honestly, Inside Out, I think, in my opinion, from what I remember of the first movie, it does live up to the expectations. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and drop a like and do all that great stuff. See you next time.
It's pretty impressive.
You take such good care of Riley.
Thanks, I try.